Welcome, everybody, to Is It a Film, a weekly podcast that critiques and memes films. Thank you for helping me out. That was like a chorus section. It was really nice, intuitive, and we collaborated together in a peaceful manner. I'm basically stalling so I can pull up the show notes. I'm your host, Vincent, aka... my thing's loading, Jonathan.
Here, I'm showing you the notes.
I can't read that version. That version wasn't meant for my eyes. This version was meant for my eyes to connect to my soul. Okay. AKA Felidae, more like Fella Night. Oh. I'm joined by my ever-attentive co-host, my best friend, my pal, my amigo, my droog, the person who's going to take me to see Sonic the Hedgehog.
I'm not. No.
AKA, at
you.
least this time. AKA, you gotta read the AKA.
AKA, at least this time the cats die. Also, fuck you. I'm not taking you to go see Sonic.
Yeah. Honestly, no, here's the thing.
I'd actually honestly be more likely to be willing and wanting to go see Sonic if they kept the original design, because it would have been like the same reason I went and saw Cats.
So here's what I was thinking. Maybe now we can add Trevor to it, and we make like an Anthony and Todd outing. Like a boys outing on Valentine's Day.
No, I'm not doing a...
So you guys can both ditch your significant others.
Just because you are the only one who is single of us three doesn't mean you're gonna fuck up our Valentine's Day. Okay?
I'm fine by myself.
Okay,
I have love in my family.
Okay, then go see Sonic with your family.
No, I want to see with you guys.
Oh, I don't want to see
you guys. The jokes of Sonic are so complex it would go right over their heads.
Are they?
Yeah, it's you have to have high IQ. It's like a Rick and Morty type humor. It's too intense. It's simple-minded. My dad would have a seizure. It's just the rapid fire jokes be firing at him. He just didn't know what to do.
I have a seizure because I just want to fucking get out of there. It's impossible.
This is episode 28 of Is It a Film, an episode we like to call The Killer was actually Idris Elba the entire time.
Yeah.
We're continuing on from our last full review, Cats, to now Dead Cats.
Dead Cats.
Like actual murder cats.
See,
not implied.
This is literally another movie with a cat murder cult. This is another cat death cult.
Okay, here's the thing I didn't understand. The cats that were getting electrocuted, were they actually dying?
I don't know.
Because it seemed like the way they played it off seems like they were just getting electrocuted a little bit and not dying.
Because, like, when I read the Wikipedia process, it said, like, suicide via electrocution, but then the way Bluebeard's talking about it was just like, we just, test, like, who's the cowards and who's not by who's willing to electrocute. Implying he's already electrocuted himself and, like, survived.
That's how he lost the eye.
Maybe.
Because he just put his eye up to it.
But no, like, this is literally the second big review in a row involving cats and involving a death cult.
Oh, yeah, we didn't even say with this film. Today we're going to the 1994 German adult animated mystery film, Felidae. Felidae.
Look at that. Isn't that such a cute little poster?
If this film was
for the whole family.
If this film was a SoundCloud rapper, it'd be Fell Little Day. That's a good joke.
That's a terrible joke.
So we're going to give you a basic essence, telling you why it's important. Go over the Wikipedia plot summary, giving Google and IMDb reviews, and giving you a terrible last segment. Why is it so terrible, Jonathan?
Because we never know what it is.
We don't know what it is yet.
Also, I forgot of something that we forgot to say during last week's terrible last segment. We were talking about all of the crimes that McCavity has committed. We forgot McCavity, a cat, has somehow committed identity theft of a human.
So to fill you guys in, we reviewed Cats last week, and Idris Elba's character, who has sworn that he's committed all atrocities of man, means he's committed all the crimes.
All the crimes of the world of man.
So he's killed people, he's committed terrorism. These are things that are confirmed by Idris Elba himself.
Yeah. Identity theft, tax fraud.
Before we start, you can follow the Anthony and Todd Show on social media at Anthony and Todd, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Find it. Yeah, I know.
Is it a film? No, like you said, you could follow the Anthony and Todd Show. Where is it a film?
But we don't use those accounts anymore.
We're a subsidiary of Anthony and Todd.
No, we don't use those accounts.
You can find us at Anthony and Todd, but you are still following Is It a Film?
No, you're not.
If you're following
I'm not going to post anything on that account.
No, I'm not saying you're following the Anthony, like the Is It a Film account, but if you're watching this show, you're following Is It a Film at this exact moment.
But it's on the Anthony and Todd channel.
If you want to continue to follow Is It a Film, you find us.
Okay, whatever John said. So you can find us youtube.com/The Anthony and Todd Show, patreon.com/The Anthony and Todd Show. You can find us on Google Play Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify.
Yeah, give us money to keep making this garbage.
Yes, give us money because I want to see Sonic with Jonathan.
I don't want to see that. So give us money after Sonic is done in theaters.
No. Okay, what's the clickbait title? It's not the most graphic animated film ever.
No, it's not. I've seen a lot worse.
Even like the other Cats film, Fritz the Cat, it's way worse than this.
Yeah. I don't really have a clickbait title for this one.
Ton of dead cats, and it's not that. It's got to be something that portrays the film, but it won't get us kicked off of YouTube.
Yeah.
So we can't just put live cat sex in live animated cat sex because that's too much.
So while I was watching this movie, again for like the show, my cat Luna was like lying with me, and during that scene, I just like covered his eyes as a joke, and he got really fucking pissed at me.
Because Luna wants to be balls deep in the other cat.
Yep. Sad fun fact: he doesn't have his balls anymore.
He wants to be taint deep.
I don't know.
I think the clickbait title, we need to emphasize that this is a violent film, but not showcase what the violence is.
We could jokingly refer to it like how to get catgut for your tennis racket.
I don't like that.
No,
That's not funny.
It is a little funny. You just have a bad sense of humor. Because there's cat guts at the end. And they cut guts to one cat. And then they took the guts and they made a tennis racket out of it because you use cat gut strings to line your tennis
I
racket.
thought that's what you use for cellos.
I mean, you can also use that, but like it's definitely used in tennis rackets.
Or if you're from the Hannibal TV show, you use some guy's neck
Yeah.
and play his vocal cords.
I don't think that's how it played. It was more like.
I think it's
This is just it's a hard one to come up with a clickbait.
the most expensive German animated film.
Because it is technically that.
Yeah.
Here's what I think is weird about this film. This isn't really the clickbait titles, but like this film, in compared to Cats, they should have changed how they made the film.
They
Like-
should have had the hindsight of
Yeah.
20 years
Exactly.
to give it terrible CGI.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
No, they should remake.
They should have come to the future.
They should remake.
Oh, they should
Felidae.
remake it now.
Yeah, they should remake Felidae now with the same team that brought us Cats, where they used the weird ass like tracking and all that fucking shit. Cause it'd make that film. This film would be like instantly a lot more fucking weird if that's how they made it. Like, and they keep the like changing scales and everything. Like everything exactly how it was from Cats, but with this plot line and this level of gore. But then the Cats movie honestly should have been probably made in this animated style. Like maybe anthropomorphize the animals a little bit more, like somewhere between this and Fritz the Cat, and like made it that kind of like animated like musical. I feel like the two movies would have been both improved by doing that.
So, what is Felidae? Well, it's based on the novel Felidae by Afkin. I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna need your help with these German pronunciations.
I don't think that's German. Germany doesn't use that little C lower thing.
Then what is it?
I don't know. I'm just gonna go with a Kif Perency.
That's good enough. And it's directed by Michael Schock, who also did, most notably, Pippi Longstockings, directed that. And also there's this German comic book character, Warner. He did the couple movies for that. So that's what he's known for. He's an animation director.
Yeah.
Screenplay was done by the same guy who did the novel, Martin Kluger and Stefan Scheider.
Yeah.
And Hall. Oh no, that's from last week. I was gonna say one of the guys did Rocket Man and Warhorse, but
Wow, you're dumb.
that is from last week. I ain't read of that. Stars Ulrich Tucker, Mario Ordorf, and Hilditch Schneider.
Did you just say Hillage? That's Helga.
Hillage. I don't know what that is.
That's Helga. Helga. Yeah, and E at the end
it
makes
looks-
an sound.
Okay. That doesn't work in my brain.
Yeah, that's just Helga.
Okay.
That was the weirdest pronunciation of Helga.
Helge. I thought it was just Helge.
No, it's Helga.
Oh, okay. And that's the German version. The American version, which actually was never released. I've only seen the German.
I decided to watch the
version.
English dub. It's okay.
Okay.
I've seen bits and pieces of it, and there's some voice actors who do a really good job. There's some who don't.
Yeah.
One of the biggest hindrances on this film is the lead character's like voiceover narration.
Yeah.
When he's like doing like in like scene acting, it's actually like okay, but like whenever he's trying to like narrate, it sounds terrible.
Yeah. The English version has Sir John Hurt and Michael Madsen. That's who stars in the Eagle Jump.
And that's it. They did that. They're the only two.
Yeah, they're only two, and they voiced all the characters. Felidae was the most expensive animated film produced in Germany up to this date. I think I was thinking about this. The best clickbait title is the most expensive. The most expensive animated film in Germany was never. Germany's most expensive animated film was
never released.
No, not never released. Is unknown.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that works. And it contains graphic scenes depicting animal abuse, violence, gore, sexual intercourse between animals. And Jonathan's been hyping me this film up for a while, and I thought it was going to be really, 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 really sad, depressing, like just heart-shattering. And
nah, it's just kind of gory.
It's so much to the point where Jonathan said, if I review this, I get 5 picks.
I just wanted to talk about it because it's like it's an unknown film, and then you wouldn't talk about it like at all.
But you set it up to like it was something terrible. Like not it was terrible. It was gonna be like just like depressingly.
I knew you liked cats a lot. I figured seeing a cat get fucking gutted by a different cat would kind of
No, but you made it seem like it was like I don't know.
Like Martyrs, but with cats.
It was gonna be like way worse than it was.
Yeah, it's like
you made it seem like it was gonna be Fritz the Cat level, like graphic.
No, Fritz the Cat's just stupid. I hate
but
that
like
movie.
with Nazis. Oh, Fritz the Cat did have Nazis in it.
Yeah,
never mind.
Fritz the Cat actually had
Fritz
Nazis.
the Cat.
This just had reference like
Fritz the
allegories
Cat
for
with
Nazis.
Nazi allegories.
Yeah.
Instead of actual Nazis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I think this is fine. I think this is fine, Phil. I think, yeah, there's graphic, but honestly, like,
I think it's
the sexual intercourse scene is not
that bad.
It's
much.
I've
worse than
honestly,
Fritz the Cat.
and this reminded me of something very funny. I'm going to share now.
Oh God.
I've seen Worse at the Zoo, and when I've seen Worse at the Zoo, I was like 12 years old, and there's this little kid in front of me, small, his family. They're all gathered around. They're taking pictures.
Did you see monkeys showcase prostitution and their knowledge of prostitution?
You keep on bringing that up.
I think it's a hilarious.
That's not what
fact.
it is, though. It's worse.
Oh.
There's one bear against the glass, right up to the glass, face against the glass. There's another bear right in there, just going to town, on top of the other bear, right up to glass. And there's a kid, probably like 4 or 5, just sitting there laughing, thinking it's the funniest thing in the world, has no idea what the fuck it is. His parents are freaking out. I think it's hilarious. Me and my dad were laughing our ass.
That's the risk you take going to the zoo. I'm just gonna straight up say it.
That and getting monkeys throwing poop at you, or maybe prostituting you over. Maybe you become a monkey becomes your pimp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his name is Jack.
It'd be weird if you become the monkey's pimp.
Yeah, which is weirder, a monkey being your pimp or you being a monkey's pimp?
I think it's more ethically sound having the monkey be your pimp than rather you being the monkey's pimp.
Now here's my question: the scientists who did that study, who figured this out, are they monkey pimps?
Yes. Technically, yes. Actually, was it? No, they didn't do.
They just provided them the currency.
Their goal was like, let's have monkeys become prostitutes.
Their goal was do monkeys understand currency?
Yeah.
And as a result of this, they also heard, oh yeah, they do understand currency. Also, they understand prostitution.
Even though this got an English dub and was never released in the States, got a German release.
Yeah. You can
limited.
Yeah.
You can find this film for free. I said it was Banditware last week. It's not technically, but it kind of is. You can watch it on YouTube for free. Mm-hmm. I recommend the German version.
Yeah.
With the English subtitles. Because that not only is the highest quality version on YouTube, but it's
most authentic.
Most authentic.
And this film did get like a very, 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 very limited DVD release, not in America. It's really the only reason the American dub like is findable is because it included an American dub on it. But other than that, like the American dub would be completely unknown.
Yeah,
which is crazy because like this is a film that like they got tons of voice actors,
John Hurt,
yeah, and like some big names to do an English dub, and then they're like, nah,
yeah,
we'll just not.
Because I think this when
it came out, it was probably considered like too much.
Because this came out, like, what year was this? This is like 94.
Yeah,
for 94, there wasn't an audience for this.
No,
because like if this came out now. It'd be fine.
Yeah.
It would be like a indie hit, but it would be fine. But like 94 was like Disney, and that's it. Yeah. Like even like Fritz the Cat, that was like.
But that was like an indie thing. Like,
no, like Fritz the Cat though, it had like an established
countercultural like following
yeah,
group.
like it was. Yeah. It was also a comedy.
Yeah.
This is like
not a comedy.
It's like it means stuff. It has allegories to things. It has a point. It isn't complete bullshit.
Well, I mean, Fritz the Cat had a point too. It's just its point was dumb.
I really don't like that movie.
I don't like
that. Was one of the movies.
Here's the thing about what's his name, like Ralph Bakshi or something like that. He's like, I appreciate what he does for like the film industry itself. Like he was a big independent animator who pushed for like more adult oriented animated films counter to like the Disney whatever bullshit.
So but, he essentially set us up so we can run.
Yeah, but to be fair, his movies kind of suck.
I don't think I've seen Fritz.
I've seen Fritz. I've seen Wizards, which is like his other big one. It's pretty bad. Let me put it this way: for a film that is like pretty heavily about criticizing Nazis, it also has a pretty stereotypical Jewish representation in it. That was right. I saw this movie right when I learned I was Jewish, and I was like, I was uncomfortable with this beforehand, but I don't know if I should be more uncomfortable now that I know that I'm a Jew.
Why is this so important? Most expensive, German-made animation, graphic,
violence,
almost controversial in a sense, and because it was never released in the States, even though it got an English dub, limited release.
Oh, I also saw Lord of the Rings. That's another box.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Because that's another one I haven't seen.
That one is really fucking boring. The animation in parts is really fucking rough. And actually, honestly, the animation of like all of his films is really fucking rough.
Is that one based on dogs?
What?
Rough. Oh my god! Because we had the cat.
Yeah, I know.
Fritz the cat.
I know.
Now.
No, a lot of Bakshi's animation is like very, very not good.
Yeah.
In terms of like actual animation quality, his best stuff is his rotoscoping. Which is the best parts of Lord of the Rings is when he rotoscopes like people for like the rain wraiths.
Yeah,
it's fucking beautiful. It's dark. It's atmospheric. But then you get like his regular animation for like fucking the Hobbits and Gandalf, where they look like someone took a shit on a fucking keyboard elf, and just like, yep, this is good.
It's time to go over the most important segment of the show. It's the Wikipedia plot summary. Wikipedia Internet Encyclopedia. I do this shit all week. People don't watch movies. They read the plot summaries and then they advise their own opinions on whether or not they like the plot summary on Wikipedia. This is how information is attained in the digital age.
Yep.
So we're going to go over the plot summary of Felidae. And without any further ado, Francis, an intelligent and cynical cat, is moved to a gloomy, dilapidated house with his owner, Gustave Lobel. Lobel. That's my favorite Star Wars character.
Gustave Lobo.
No, it's Lobo.
Lobo.
A romance writer and architect. The top floor of the house gives off a mysterious and distinctly, I kept on adding the V, chemical odor. During Francis's exploratory tour of the house, he discovers the body of a cat who was killed by a bite to the neck. At the crime scene, he meets and befriends Bluebeard, a foul-mouthed, one-eye mutilated Maine Coon.
Our freshman year film professor's favorite kind of cat.
He would like not shut the fuck up about that.
I included one like Maine Coon cat in one of my films. Mentioned it was a stray, and then he literally told me to steal the cat and give it to him. Like, no, I haven't seen that cat since I don't even live there anymore.
So now we gotta hunt down the cat.
Yeah, we then have to
after we see Son of that.
Yeah, then we have to hunt down Lafferty after not seeing.
Because he lives in like Italy now. So
I don't know where the fuck he lives, to be honest.
Isn't that what you said? You kept on saying that.
He kept saying he was going to move to Italy. I don't know if he ever did. I think he's just obsessed with Italy and cats.
Also, the fact that they go up to the crime scene and they're like freaked out a little bit, but they just leave the body there.
Yeah.
They don't do any.
Yeah.
You think they would be like more scared? They're just like, oh, there's other killings. I'm like, oh.
Okay.
And they just don't do like like they're worried, but they don't. Probably because they're just cats, but like also at the same time, you think they would have like
a reaction?
Not like a reaction, but like a not like a mourning process, but they would do something with the body.
Like, I get Francis not mourning because Francis just moved there and doesn't know the cat. And I kind of get Bluebeard because Bluebeard's just kind of an asshole.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know. It feels like...
You should tell other cats. Like
Bluebeard, I feel like Bluebeard would definitely feel the weight of it more because he's been there for the other killings and probably knew the cat already.
Yeah. Soon Francis discovers another body in the fact that his house top floor is the meeting site of a sex, not a sex.
A sect?
Oh, that's his house?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I missed that detail.
Yeah.
That it was his house.
That's why the weird chemical smell comes from there. It's because, like, it's...
I knew that was in his house, but I didn't know that was the same house.
Yeah, that is in his house. The laboratory's in his house.
I knew the laboratory was. Soon Francis discovers another body, and at the fact...
Oh, you missed you jumped down a lot.
No, it jumped up. Soon Francis discovers another body in the fact that his house's top floor is the meeting site of a sex of
Sect.
sex.
You keep saying sex.
Sex.
It's sex.
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 Sex. Sex. Sex.
Sect. What? What?
Of cats led by Joker.
Played by Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah. This film's in a society. Technically it is, yeah.
Yep.
Because there's Nazis. Mm-hmm. Nazis only exist in a society. Mm-hmm. The members of the sect worshipped an entity named Claudianus, and perform ritualistic suicide by throwing themselves in electric current. I don't think that's
because like they even showed one of the cats and he was still alive. He was just in pain.
It's just like, and the Bluebeard later on says this is just like
a joking type thing. So I don't think they actually killed him.
I don't think they do. I think it's more like a torture thing or like a ritualistic thing. I don't think they're dead. At first I thought they did, but then they nonchalantly didn't do anything with the bodies.
Yeah.
So I don't think they are. When Francis' cover is blown, he's chased by the sect members through the city's rooftops. He escapes through a skylight and meets a blind cat named Felicity Huffman. And she tries to sell him a candle of her vagina.
Yes.
And then tells him about pseudoscience, and then he kills her.
Understandable.
That's why she's killed. Just because.
Co-motive, still murder.
Who supplies Francis with information on Claudianus. It's just a really long word.
Yeah.
Just too many syllables.
This is like the same naming shit that you get from fucking cats, where like instead of just having normal names, just like, my name's Mephistopheles.
I'm just gonna call him McCavity for the rest of
this.
The next day, Bluebeard takes Francis to Pascal, an elderly, tech-savvy cat who has taken to meticulously maintaining a list of felines' deaths in the area, though which Francis learns that Felicity is the latest victim. That night, Francis is haunted by a nightmare in which the famous friar and geneticist Gregor Mendel leaves him with riddles.
Yeah. Which is probably one of the most like weird, disturbing scenes of this
because it has all those cat puppets.
Yeah, and they're like decaying.
That's the most disturbing thing in this film, to be honest.
I think that's like the scene
because like the slashing
like
scene where the cat's guts fall out. That's
like a little rough. The scene where Felicity's like head is like fully decapitated from her body, and
that's
like,
a little rough.
That's
but
a little
like
rough.
The cat sex isn't the worst thing.
Yeah, no, it's. I feel like that's definitely the scene.
Because it's not like you're not seeing like.
Yeah.
You don't see it insert. You just see.
Yeah. I feel like this is definitely the scene that got this film like its big reputation as like being this disturbing.
Yeah, because it's meat puppets. Meat puppets are scary.
Yeah.
During a rodent hunt, Francis discovers a video recording that documents the top floor's previous use of the experimental laboratory. This is one of the things where like I don't like. So it's not okay for other cats to be murdered, but it's okay for them to murder mice.
Yes. Yeah.
Unless the mice aren't sentient.
Yeah,
it's just like one of those films that like I have questions about the sentiency of animals.
Yeah,
like either they're all sentient or they're
like,
not.
Claudianus like spoke to people, like, and he was like, "You spoke to a man." So it's like cats can apparently talk in this world. So maybe mice just can't.
Maybe they're not sentient.
Yeah.
Maybe they're just like normal mice.
Yeah,
but.
It's a lot. So it's not as fucking questionable as in cats, where the mice are children and also slaves, and also the cockroaches are also sentient and just food.
Yeah,
yeah.
But the mice are the size of cockroaches. Cockroaches are the size of mice, and the cats are the size of bugs.
Yeah.
And the humans are the size of giants.
Mm-hmm. At least this one, the proportions are correct.
Yep. I like how we just base the film's review on whether the proportions are correct.
Yeah.
The library was devoted to the research and development of fibrin glue and tissue adhesives that would close wounds in an instant. The test subjects largely consisted of stray cats that, more often than not, died in agony as a result of the failed test runs. The one cat who survived the experience was christened by the lab's technicians as...
Claudandus.
No. Macavity.
Oh, yeah, Macavity.
Late Latin for he who should or must be sealed. However... Macavity eventually murdered the project's lead technician, Dr. Preterius, leading to the escape of other strays and the closure of the lab. Macavity would subsequently become a legendary martyr figure revered by the modern-day sect. Francis gradually traces the neighborhood cats who one thing he says is he doesn't bring this up to like everyone he knows immediately. He doesn't go up to like, hey, Bluebeard, I found this fucking shit. You should see it. He's just like, I have a clue. Interesting.
Isn't that just like a modern day cop though? Hey, we have this information that could protect a lot of people.
No, then they would just go.
I'm just gonna hold on to it.
And then they just go guns blazing, and then they would hide it, and then they would hide the fact that they're hiding it.
And then he would have killed a black cat.
No, you just kill everyone. Yeah. Francis gradually chases neighborhood cats who descend from the strays involved in the experience and confronted by Pascal, who reveals himself to be Macavity. I'm not going to say that again. Following Macavity's murder of Preterius, he is taken in by Pretorius' former assistant Zybold and educated himself on Mendel's laws of heredity. In his pursuits, he saw an opportunity to create a breed of cats that would correspond to the primal ancestor of all domestic cats and be capable of wiping out humanity. The murdered cats, now including Joker, were deemed unworthy of breeding with the pure females that Macavity had engineered. An additional obstacle in Macavity's plot in the fact that he's terminally ill with stomach cancer, although Macavity... I like... because it makes sense.
Yeah.
Compared to on a joke last week, just saying Macavity's easier.
Yeah. This is when Macavity committed genocide.
Yeah. Full circle. Macavity deemed Francis an ideal successor because he can do clues and stuff. I don't
Smart,
know.
I guess.
And then he fucked that one chick.
Yeah.
Which is not mentioned in this, unless I skipped it.
No, you didn't.
No. Now including, blah, 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 blah. Although deems Francis an ideal successor, Francis defies Macavity's ambition and attempts to delete the data that Macavity had gathered. The ensuing fight between the two results in a house fire, and the struggle ends when Macavity disembowels... Francis disembowels Macavity, leaving him in the burning premises, from which Francis saves himself and injured Bluebeard. If my cat set a fire and then died, I'd be pretty fucking pissed.
Yeah.
Because also, I don't think computer screens can catch on fire. Maybe those ones could.
Yeah.
But like computers...
It was the curtains that caught on fire.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I remember watching the curtains catch on fire.
No, I mean like... Would it explode? Does it...
I think the computer was destroyed and the sparks caught the...
Yeah, no, but would it spark if it broke?
Yeah, it's electrical.
Okay, yeah. If it's plugged in, yeah.
Especially those old ass ones.
Yeah. After the following events of murder, Francis told the viewers that animals and people can live together.
Oh, isn't that sweet?
Because he killed Cat Hitler.
Yeah, he killed Cat Hitler. And human Hitler was already dead, so...
Yeah.
With the two Hitlers dead, we can reunite and live in peace.
Yeah, and then nuke Cat Japan.
Yep. Just
because we have these missiles and we're just gonna let them go to waste.
No. And then once, that's just, that's not conclusive evidence of their power, so you gotta do it twice. That's just how data collecting works.
We're joking about this, but it's...
I hate America.
It's... out of context, it would just be funny as jokes, but when you apply the real world logic to it,
it's sad.
It's the most absurdist shit. Mm-hmm. It's what is it? Dr. Strangelove type shit.
Yeah. Which, we need to talk about that film, and we need to do Punishment Park soon, because as old as those films are and how clearly made for a very specific era of politics, they're both still very frighteningly relevant.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of sad.
But based on probably their Google reviews, they're probably less than Silent Hill, so maybe in the grand aspect of the world, they probably don't mean that much. Same as Shining was. Time to go over some Google reviews. You heard a little bit of what we had to say about the film. Now hear what other people think about this film. Google, 90% of the people who like this movie enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up. So that makes this better than Silent Hill. Good. Surprisingly, it's a hard feat to
it's hard to be better than Silent. Here's my question though: is Silent Hill going to be better than Silent Hill?
The second one? I'm quite interested. I'm assuming no.
Yeah.
For various reasons. I think we'll get into that next week. First one's from Ethan Kelly, says, cats kill each other. Francis gets the victory royale. I recommend it to any toddler on YouTube. 7 people found this helpful.
That's a good review.
Anita Dunham said, animation's good. It's legitimately terrifying. The voice acting is passable. Yeah. She probably watched the English. Yeah. The German dub's better.
Yeah.
I think there's still some problems with the monologue in the German one.
There's very few times where like an animation dub is better than the original language. The few times I will mention Hellsing Ultimate, because the English voice actors actually like do the accents for the countries. Okay, here's the brief full fan of Hellsing Ultimate. Hellsing Ultimate is set in Britain and Germany and a little bit of Italy and Ireland. That's like its main locations. And the Japanese vein is just people Japanese, like they don't really try for the accents. The English dub, they like hire actors who like actually can do the accents for those various like areas. And since like they're like English voice actors, almost entirely like British people for the British areas, like it all sounds super authentic and like actually sounds like it goes with the locations and the characters. And
those are all positives. The cutscenes are awkward. What is this, a video game?
Yes, I think they meant the cuts.
I think that's what he meant. Or this is a video game, and Francis did get the victory royale. Then he did the Fortnite dances. They cut to black, then
Infinity Gauntlet. Or turn into John Wick.
They cut to black, and then they fade to the next scene. There are plenty of plot holes involving the mystery theme, but they spell mystery as MISTERY. So like mystery.
Yeah.
Like one cat confessing to be the killer, only to find that his wife has been murdered, which is a subplot. That
wasn't even like he was a joking confession. He was like, he was like, oh, they didn't respect me. So
and even like Francis didn't believe it.
Yeah, like. That's a
subplot that we kind of passed over, but it's not really.
Yeah, and that's not a plot hole. That was just a character being a dick.
Plot point.
Yeah.
It's a beat. It's a story beat we missed. Like one cat. I reread that. So why did he confess?
Because if you were paying attention.
There's also a really gross theme of the cats. Ejaculating. What the fuck is ejaculating?
I don't know. Is that where like you jizz and gag at the same time?
It's where you come and then it's like obviously it has to be during like a blowjob. I'm assuming. Yeah. So like you come, but you come so much that they like literally
gag.
Just gag. Right before they're murdered.
Or maybe it's you're drinking water while you're like having sex, and then like the process of ejaculating makes you choke on the water.
Oh, I thought the process of drinking the water make you cum water. That's what I thought you're trying to get to.
No.
And I get how it's a mystery. Still can't spell mystery, right? But it's still, even after it's solved, you're still wildly confused. This is pretty cut and simple.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward.
It's pretty predictable. I knew Science Guy was
the killer.
Because you know how? Who the fuck keeps records of people's genetics?
Yeah, and who all is dead. Usually a killer. Usually. Like, to be honest, if I were to come in here one day and I found, like, you have, like, a list of, like, all of our friends and, like, their genetics and who's still alive and who's not, I'm walking the fuck out.
Actually, it's on my hard drive.
Oh, fuck.
My thoughts, but it's for research only. It's not like I'm trying to clone all my friends and make a superhuman. Mm-hmm. That would just be pointless. Imagine if I did do that, but I did it with like my resources. So it's just some like DIY science shit. Like I just have a bowl with an eraserhead baby in it. That's genetics of like everyone I know.
Would make more sense than that Snoke shit.
Well, the Snoke shit's not really discussed
because Emperor Palpatine is somehow returned.
That makes less sense.
Yep.
My thoughts: just read the book and visualize the animations while reading.
Apparently there's like 6 other books. I don't know where the fuck.
Do they all have Nazis in them?
I don't know. Maybe I haven't read any of them.
Oh, the Germans would probably.
For some reason, that's just like a common theme in their stuff. I don't understand. Like the horrors of like geneticists and like Nazis. I don't really get why that's a female.
That's it doesn't make really any sense why history with a peak moment of just insanity would all of a sudden just have same thing like I don't know, like Japan with the idea of just being erased or being manipulated or being chokeholded out. Definitely does not have anything with the U.S. regulations after World War II, demilitarizing them.
Like resulting from like monsters resulting from like the horrors of like the nuclear like radiation.
definitely doesn't have anything.
There's no historical context.
No historical context. You know, also it doesn't have historical context. IMDb, the Internet Movie Database. It's just,
but it does have movies.
It does have movies. And those movies do have historical contents. Yep. It has 7.1 out of 10. It's better than Silent Hill on IMDb. Nice. And the first review is from Jama Koki. I don't know how else you would say that. Not impressed. 3 out of 10. I just finished watching this movie and largely found it a waste of time with little or no redeeming factors. I really don't understand where all the positive reviews came from. The animation is clunky and unrefined. The animation's like...
It's just the older
One thing
animation.
I didn't bring up, it's like a mix between like somewhere in between like Fritz the Cat and like Spirited Away and what's the guy's name?
Ghibli?
Ghibli. I think it's in between one of those two.
Hayao Miyazaki film?
Yeah.
It's like it's what you it's a cell animated film that's not from Disney.
Yeah.
Disney's like the only studio like other than Miyazaki and like some of the studios in Japan that had the resources to like do it as well.
Yeah.
Like, if you're complaining about the animation quality because it's not up to Disney standards, go fuck yourself.
I really don't understand where all the plot... I just read that. The plot makes no sense at all from an objective standpoint, and there's no sense of intrigue or suspense in that which is trying to pass itself on as intriguing or intriguing in a suspenseful film. I've never read the book, so I can't say if the movie was faithful. Why does the movie have to be faithful?
Yeah, it doesn't. I hate that. I hate that mentality. That's how you get fucking people who hate The Shining because it's not the book and there was less cocaine.
But as with most movie adaptations, it tries too hard to cram as much information into the shortest amount of time possible. The result is a disjointed and illogical storyline that really doesn't let you understand or relate to the characters or actually anything at all. Overall, I felt completely detached from the characters and the plot to the point where I couldn't bring myself to care about what happened to them. And the only way I can see how this animation could be considered beautiful is your normal standard of animation is a Scooby-Doo cartoon.
Hey, don't bash Scooby-Doo, all right? Scooby-Doo's a cultural fucking touchstone.
Scooby-Doo had limited animation and it worked.
Yeah. Like, you can make...
Limited animation's not bad.
No. Like, there was an entire era of, like, Warner Bros. Who are, like, historically some of the best animators out there other than Disney. And they had an entire period. They just, like, were playing around with the idea of limited animation. Like, and again, these are the people who gave us Iron Giant.
Think smarter, not harder.
Looney Tunes.
Think smarter, not work harder.
Exactly.
Yeah. Next one's from Josen Moss 1. Brilliant. 10 out of 10. I think this is one of the best German movies ever made.
Okay, when you have the fucking entire movement of German expressionism, that you're just fucking like, better than all that.
Doesn't have cat sex.
That's fair.
Yeah. What does really? Besides cats? Cats is implied cat sex.
Cats, Fritz the Cat, and this.
Yeah. Fritz Cat is actual cat
Early
sex.
Felix the Cat cartoons.
Yeah. Especially because of the genre crime, which is something Germans are good in because it's serious. What? What the fuck is that?
Look, we were making jokes about that, but like...
No, we weren't joking. We were saying that like... We were
joking like why the like Nazism is a common theme.
Yeah.
And like I make jokes about how like, oh, it's dark and scary because it's German. I can make that joke though because I'm also German. But like, damn. Like, yes, Germany did really good in the 30s with like crime films. But you know who else did really good with crime films? America. Because they had the noir movement.
And even better, the neo-noir movement.
Yeah, and
even better, the LA noir movement.
Like, just be like, it's German, so it's good with crime because it's serious.
Unfortunately, it wasn't a big success, probably because people still think that animated movies are only for kids.
Only in America. That's mostly just an issue in America.
Because other places are anime.
Yeah, the other places in the world never let one company fucking steamroll and decide how animation is to be done. And standardize it to the point where anything that goes outside of that norm is immediately criticized for having low animation quality. Or, like, being, like, not for kids, because, like, why isn't this for kids? Why are these sausages having sex in Sausage Party?
Well, that's also a bad.
Yeah, that's a bad movie. That's a bad movie.
It's just a bad movie.
But like the fact that this is like the whole like it's animated, therefore it is for children. That's pretty much purely like an American mentality.
Especially it's because this is something of out of the ordinary. I give it a 10. It is not 10. I like 10.
it. It's an okay film. Good move. It's like, here's the thing: is it out of the ordinary in terms of animation?
No.
Is it out of the ordinary in terms of American animation? Yes, because American animation sucks. But is it out of the ordinary in terms of storyline? No. Themes? No. Ideas? No.
I still think it's a good film.
It's a good film.
Yeah.
It's not that out of the ordinary. It's animation. It's a little rough because of when and where it was made.
Yeah.
Its plotline is a little rushed because it's animation. Animation film plots are always
Even
rushed.
then, it's not that rushed. It's just like I think a little bit too predictable.
Yeah, it's predictable and it moves pretty quick. But like a lot of animation films have a problem because animation is time consuming and expensive. So they're usually
No, it's not. Because it's not real. It's not.
Right. If it's not an actual physical thing, it has no monetary value.
Yeah.
But no, so like it's expensive. So like animation films are almost always a lot shorter, so they have to cram things in. That's why fucking Nightmare Before Christmas is like barely over an hour.
Is it?
Yeah, it's only like an hour and it's like 70 minutes long.
Oh, I thought you said it was barely over an hour. I thought you said it was under an hour.
No.
I misheard.
Yeah. I said barely over an hour.
Yeah, I'm an idiot.
And like my favorite animated film of all time is like an hour and a minute. Like animation films are short. But there's a reason for that.
Yep.
Because not everybody has the fucking budget of Disney.
Is it good?
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's like B.
It's like it's a low B, high C.
B.
Yeah.
I think it's B more.
B.
Because not every day you have cat Hitler.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got McCavity,
Yeah.
which if again he.
So you actually have cat Hitler.
Yeah, like McCavity committed every crime known to man, which includes all the crimes Hitler committed. So he is in fact Cat Hitler.
I think I'm a little unprepared because I don't have any ideas for an actual final terrible segment.
Let's pitch this remake in the style of Cats.
Okay, so it obviously you have to keep the face tracking.
You have to keep the face tracking.
Which is terrible.
You have to keep the character designs sort of like part human, part cat.
Yeah.
You have to keep the changing scale.
Yeah.
You have to keep a lot of the cast. All right. I'm thinking how I picture it. Ian McKellen plays Cloud, fucking old cat.
Yeah.
The really old one who was like the crypt.
Claudonis or whatever.
No. Claudonis is the villain. I'm talking about the one who like guarded the crypt.
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
That's Ian McKellen.
Okay.
Idris Elba is Claudonis, obviously. He already played him, basically, when he played McCavity. All right?
He probably would do pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
But he had to, I don't know. I feel like he would have to be a little bit weaker. Maybe, I think the problem is...
He can play a weaker, older character.
But he has to be, like, a little bit withered. I don't think he's there yet.
I think he can fake it. I think. He's an actor. He can act.
Can he? I saw Cats. I'm not sure about it.
Well, who played the Rum Tum Tugger?
Jason
Derulo. All right, Jason Derulo plays our lead.
No. Jason Derulo was good in the musical because it was like not his normal typical bullshit. So
fine, we'll have the guy who played the fucking magician cat.
We're only allowed to cast.
No, I'm saying that we need to use them intelligently. We get the guy that played the fat cat that played Joker.
No, we're not playing James Corden. James Corden stayed the fuck out of this reboot.
Okay, fine.
If you tell me Rebel Wilson's in this film, I'm going to slap you.
Rebel Wilson is one of the dead cats who we never introduce. We literally only see Rebel Wilson's dead cat body, and that's it.
That slap hurt?
No.
It looked painful.
Okay, so actual legitimate casting, though. Actually keep Ian McKellen as Crypt Keeper Cat. That's actually, like, good casting. I still say use Idris Elba as called out, whatever. I think he'd actually be good at that. Judi Dench can go away.
Yeah.
Pretty much
all the rest of the cast.
The rest of the cast can go away.
Except for
the who played the lady who played the
White Cat?
What? Not the main cat.
Yeah.
The one who was murdered. The murder cult cat. The cat who was sent up to heaven to die.
Jennifer Hudson.
Yeah, I think she should play Felicity.
Yeah, but she also have a huge
still
booger.
with snot coming out.
Huge
her nose.
booger coming out of her face like it wasn't Cats.
All right.
That'd be okay.
Yeah. And then so who should play Felix? Oh, actually, another cast that we should use. The guy that played the boat guy should play Bluebeard. No, he actually can play that type of character well. He was just given a shit character.
What else has he been in?
Well, the only one that like immediately came to my mind was Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. But that's a shit movie.
Oh, is that guy?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like he's a decent
Actually, I think I
actor.
figured out it better than Idris Elba.
Who?
Mads Mikkelsen.
Fuck.
That would be really. He's like,
Oh fuck.
because
Yeah.
he already has that.
Didn't
like,
make Idris Elba play Bluebeard.
Yeah.
I think Idris Elba could do Bluebeard pretty well.
no, he's like Bluebeard has to be like really rough.
Okay.
Like he's too attractive
Yeah.
to be that.
And he's got I guess. Okay, so
He could probably be the
Mads Mikkelsen is the villain Nazi cat.
yeah, because that makes sense.
Yeah. I feel like he'd do that.
That would
really well.
work.
No, fuck. No, Stellan Skarsgård wouldn't do good as Bluebeard. But Stellan Skarsgård would do good as maybe Joker? I feel like Stellan Skarsgård could sell like the preacher cat pretty well.
Yeah. That one I don't really have an opinion on. I think it's just like anyone could do it.
I think maybe Joaquin Phoenix just to, like as a Joker.
Just to
play Joker again. All right, so Joaquin Phoenix is Joker. Claudius is played by
Oh, who's the hot cat? Who's the cat that
Felix fucks.
yeah.
That cat could literally be played by any known.
I know, but we have to get a good one. I feel like if it was real life it would be ScarJo.
Yeah.
And then she would say something really stupid right before and she'd be like, I love Hitler.
Yeah.
or something like that.
I identify with Claudius.
Yeah, just like some bullshit. She was like, Willie Allen and me are really good friends.
Yeah.
I'm really good friends with his wife.
Yeah. Oh god. And
Just
then-
really emphasize the point.
All right, so who should play Felix?
I don't know. That's the one if it was real world, it would be that the guy when they did the reboot of Doctor Who. I don't know how old is he now, so maybe too old for
Which
it.
one? David Tennant?
No, the one Tennant might be okay, but the guy before him.
No.
Because-
Ralph Fiennes?
Is that who it is?
Yeah.
No, it's not Ralph Fiennes. It's
Are you thinking the guy after David Tennant?
it was before David Tennant.
Yeah, David Tennant was like, I'm pretty sure I was like, it wasn't Ralph Fiennes, but like he looks like Ralph Fiennes.
Yeah.
I don't think he'd be a good Felix.
Okay. I have a funny story. So my dad and me were watching Cash Cab while we were eating dinner. And my dad said, you know who would make a good James Bond? The host of Cash Cab. And I literally just had to explain to him all the physical reasons of why. One, he's not an actor.
No.
Two, he's not British.
Yeah.
Three, just like, I don't want to have to go into this again, but there's
Yeah.
just so many reasons why that was a stupid idea. One of the
Yeah.
stupidest things I've heard in a long while.
But
And that
Idris
includes all
Elba-
this shit I say.
Would Idris Elba make a good Felix?
No.
Yeah, I don't think he would either.
They have to be like that, like, noir
Yeah.
type. Not as dickish as, like,
Well, I mean, what's for this is fantasy casting. Let's do Ryan Gosling because he did really good.
That would be
He did really
okay.
good in like Blade Runner 2049 in like this like noir type thing.
oh, okay. I know who would be, who's the bully again?
What? Oh, the big one?
Yeah.
I don't remember his
That
name.
would be Dave Bautista.
Yes.
That would be Dave
yes.
Bautista.
100% yes. Honestly, you know who I think would do better than Mads Mikkelsen in
Who? This is going on for way too long. I don't know about it.
I always forget his name, so like I have to bring up a picture of him. Hang on, let me Google him. So I have to like Google a movie that I know he's in, find him.
Who is it?
Brian Cox.
What is he in? I know the name. I just don't know what
He was
in.
Stryker in X2. He was the like main like villain in the like Bourne series. like,
Maybe, but I think it's a little bit too old.
well, Claudius is supposed to be really
Yeah, but
good. And also dying.
Max is like the right. He's like he pushes the boundary. He's still classy.
So is Brian Cox.
No,
You're
but,
trying
like-
to tell me Brian Cox can't play a classy
No,
villain?
but it's like it's that devilish classy.
yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah,
Brian Cox
I
played
just
fucking
really
Death and Good Omens. You telling me he can't be fucking
I know, but
devilish?
I'm just really attached to that idea. I'm
I
not
know
gonna
you
let it
are.
go.
I'm personally now attached to Brian Cox.
You can suck my Brian cock. That's it. We could do a little bit more because
We still will need to cast Felix.
Didn't we do that? Did you say Ryan?
Oh yeah, Ryan Gosling. Have we casted Bluebeard yet? We just need someone really
Bluebeard's
gruff.
has to be it's
Who's a really gruff actor? That's not Mickey Rourke.
I want Mickey Rourke. I want Mickey Rourke as the wrestler Mickey Rourke. And I want him sweatier than he was in that movie.
Yeah.
So I just want every scene to just ooze coming out of him.
Yes.
Who's another like, oh fuck, that reminds me, fuck, I can't think of the actor. There's one actor in the film where he's just like constantly just dripping.
God.
I can't remember what it was.
From The Wrestler?
No, it's like, it's another film. I think we talked about it before in show. I can't remember what it was.
Oh. Just a character's like constantly wet.
Like he was just wet. Like he was just disgusting. Like he looked uncomfortable. I can't remember what it was. There's probably a lot of films like that, but there's one in particular I just can't remember.
Hang on. I think I might have an idea for who to cast as Bluebeard. Who's not him.
I think if it was real life, they would make it like something stupid like Johnny Depp.
No, I think Liv Schreiber would do a pretty decent job. Him.
Oh, is that who it is? Yeah,
Yeah.
he's from that Ray Donovan show.
Yeah, I think
whatever.
he'd do a pretty good job as Bluebeard.
That'd be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it for this week's episode of the film. Next week.
We didn't answer the final most important
Oh,
question.
is it a film?
No, it's animated.
I hate you. I hate you so much. I hate you so much. You want to play along with next week? Next week. Ooh, my 5 choices. Johnson said if I do this one film, I get 5 picks.
This is a bad agreement.
And I'm picking some good fucking shit. I want to expand our taste and finish some arcs that we finish some arcs, start some arcs, tie up some loose ends, start some loose ends. So next week, we're gonna go back to the lovely, quiet town of Silent Hill, and
kill myself.
that's actually kind of a plot point in the game.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Which one?
The one that's 3. Yeah, so it's like I'll get into next week, but literally at one point she's like, "This could all be over if you just kill yourself," and then she has to like fight herself. Which is in the movie. So the movie's actually kind of faithful in some aspects.
I don't want it.
So next week we're doing Silent Hill Revelations, and I watched it. It's an experience.
It was Silent Hill. Wasn't a good experience.
I will be forefront. It's on Netflix, so in the U.S. If you want to watch it that way, you can.
Or get ExpressVPN and
just shut it to UPS. Yeah. Don't mention ExpressVPN and VPN until they give us that money.
Well, look, we
gotta get that money.
I am showcasing our ability to plug sponsorships.
Yeah, that's why
effectively.
That's why I'm just plugging Silent Hill Revelations. I've been paid by Konami. Did you hear the leaks that apparently there's like multiple Silent Hills games in the works?
Oh god damn! And none of them are gonna have fucking Kojima, are they?
No, Kojima was never involved with Silent Hill.
I thought he was.
No, it's Team Silent. Team Silent, like there was
I
one
thought
guy.
They canceled his like Silent Hill stuff.
That was just Silent Hills. But the original Silent Hills games, what made them impactful, at least for 1 and 2, before I feel like 3 and 4 they just got like rushed or out of ideas, to be on belief, is that like the original crew that made it, which included Kira Yamaoka on the score. I can't remember the director's name, but that Team Silent was so tight that it worked.
Yeah.
And when they took that away, and then they did US based games, or I think one game maybe was made in the US, and then another game was made
Was that Downpour? That was made in the US?
I think so. Downpour was made, like Downpour, I read a video.
Or was it Homecoming?
Homecoming, I think, was made in the US.
Yeah.
Or at least it had the US advisor, who's someone who all the things went through, who really wasn't in parts of the problem. It was more of they like outsourced it somewhere really cheap. And there's a video on it. I think it's Matt McMuscle does a really good job on the Silent Hill, both the HD remake and Downpour, which is interesting. Also, there's a Silent Hill Homecoming cameo.
In the movie?
Yep.
Oh, fuck me.
So there's actually some fan service in it.
Well, I mean, there was fan service in the first one. It just wasn't good.
Yeah. Also, they explain Pyramid Head.
Oh, do they? Is he no longer a metaphor for rape, sexual assault.
It actually kind of applies to the games, and it made me kind of sad that they did it correctly in some sense. So, like, he's not just there. I don't want to go into this next week, but he actually has a purpose. It's not the greatest purpose. It doesn't explain anything, but at least they try to be like, oh, this is why Peanut Head's here. Also, it's not the same director. It's some...
yeah, I know. It's not the same director.
Yeah. It's someone else who...
I think he... Let me look him up, because I remember, like, looking up the things he made. I'm pretty sure they were, like,
I think they
shit.
I think they may be trans... So maybe it's not he. I don't know. I don't remember. Sorry. I don't want to offend anyone. But yeah, that's next week. So if you want to play it wrong, Silent Hill. I almost want to say Homecoming, but Silent Hill Revelation, not Resident Evil Revelations. Don't play those games. Watch Silent Hill Revelations.
Okay, they made... What else have they made?
I think they made a couple video game movies.
They were a director on Iron Fist, the worst of all the Netflix original series. The Taken TV series.
That was a thing?
Yeah. Apparently they directed an episode, possibly more, of Ash vs. Evil Dead, which is actually pretty good.
Okay.
But before they made Silent Hill Revelation, they made fucking Solomon Kane, which is terrible, and Death Watch. Which I'm sure just based on the title you can tell is garbage.
Yeah. So that's it. That's it for this week. I'm really excited for next week and the 4 weeks following that. And until next time, guys, I'm Vincent.
I'm Jonathan.
And see ya, boyos.
See ya.